Alright, chapter 13. Full circle. Joe finds himself back at the office. After 6 now, just about. End of the day, it's just him and Gus. Come to the end of Friday, it's the end of the third quarter. He has not fulfilled his third quarter quota. But you know what? He's a changed man. He's not the man he was a week ago. In a sense, he has a different outlook on life, and I think that's a good thing. So at this point, early in the chapter, it's okay that he hasn't hit his third quarter. He has a completely different mindset, a different operating system. And from that, him and Gus have a little of a sharing of experiences and thoughts. I learned a new word, too. Meerschaum. It's a tobacco pipe. It's the material. It's a white material. It's easy to carve and shape designs from. And I looked it up online, too. It's pretty cool. It reminds me a lot of, what do I want to call it? I've seen a lot in Alaska artwork, similar to what they would carve out of seal tusks? Not seal tusks. Walrus tusks. There we go, walrus tusks. Kind of that same white, I don't call it marble, but the white shiny material. Anyways, it was in a pipe. Learned about that because that's what Gus pulled out of his pocket or from his vest. A Meerschaum. And here you go. Looked at the clock. So like Joe looked at the clock. Well, exactly 1 week ago, right at this moment, I was asking you for Pender's phone number, and now he sighed, patience, I guess. Boom. Gus winkled at him, just a few puffs, he drew out a pipe, yep. You can't measure your success by whether or not you get the account. That's not the point. No, what is the point then, Gus? Gus took another puff, blew 3 perfect smoke rings, and watched them fade away. They knocked the pipe content. The point is not what you do, not what you accomplish. It's who you are. The law. Then Gus has a realization that it's already at the end of the day, and he hasn't even put forth the 5th law into practice. And then Gus says, worrying about it does no one know any good. You have had a long week. Go home with your wife. I'll stay and close up. But then Joe decides to not go home, and he tells Gus that you can go home. I'll close up. And so by doing so, 2:35. By doing so, all right. Back at it. I gotta finish my summer here before I try and upload at the same time because it's not gonna work out well. So by doing so, what did Gus say? Gus shook his head and went to get his coat. You're a different person than you were a week ago, Joe, you know. He walked to the elevator, pushed the down button, and turned back at the door and slid open. Although this Joe was already inside there too, just not quite visible yet. He smiled. Good night, Joe. Alone in the office now, his eyes closed, Joe sat quiet. What was he feeling? He felt the quiet felt almost as if it were alive, motionless, but listening. It felt, how would you describe it? Receptive. The phone rang all of a sudden. This is after like 6, so it's like 6:15 at night. At 6:15 on a Friday, he picked up. Hi, is this Joe? It was not a voice he recognized. I can't believe you're still here. I'm sorry, have we... Joe couldn't place the voice. No, you don't know me. Name's Hansen, Neil Hansen. Ed Barnes gave me your number. Who? Ed Barnes referred me. Are you sure? You? And then he remembered Ed Barnes, the competitor whose name he had given to Jim Galloway. The phone conversation Monday, his first day of homework. Give more in value. Wait, Joe stammered. The Neil Hansen that got that account with? And if you can see what's going on, the chapter is called The Full Circle. Hence, the first value, giving value towards others, is now coming to the 5th stage, the law of receptivity, receiving. It's going full circle, baby. You give out and you take, or you receive. You give and then you receive. Listen, the man sounded frantic. I'm in a real jam. Joe couldn't believe his ears. The guy who had nailed the BK account without breaking a sweat. An arch competitor referred yet another competitor was now on his phone with Joe because he was in a jam. And Ed said with a long shout, or it was a long shot, but I might as well give you a call. That you might know someone that you you'd given him a great referral. I've got a guy about to call me back who works with this large account, huge account. I'm talking seriously huge, and he's in a major bind. This account lost their supplier, and they need someone fast because they have the major thing lined up. Who's the account? Joe asked. He heard the man pause on the other end. You won't believe me. I'll tell you. He told Joe the name of the account. For a moment, Joe couldn't breathe. It was a name next to which the big kahuna that was originally referred to as the previous account Joe missed out on. It seemed like a big account at the time, but now this doesn't even compare to what the big kahuna is. It easily outdoes that, and it seems no more than a minnow. In that case, this was not the big kahuna. This was the humongous kahuna. Anyways, Joe later finds out, after listening to the man talking about who's the concession this company wants, or this client wants, for reinventing chain of hotels, luxury hotels, and launching also a luxurious cruise liner. Turns out the concession they need is premium top shelf coffee. I'm talking hundreds of thousands of customers. I'm talking mega high quality at a possibly high volume. 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Nobody's come close. Joe took a long, slow breath, then sat down slowly in his chair. He smiled. He said, I just might know somebody. That somebody being Rachel. Shout out to Rachel for having the coffee connections, and Joe knows, so he's going to receive. He's practicing receptivity here by receiving the opportunity to connect Rachel to the concessions of this large client, thus being a go-giver, baby. Chapter 14, almost there. Peace.